I'm going at 12. Work.
My heart is beating in such an irregular pace. Bags under my eyes. You know what those bags are? Money bags to pay off my student debt. Watch, watch. Full moon. Sunrise. Full moon. Hold up, I got something for you. Wait for it. Sunrise. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty epic. Look at that. Pretty cool. This is what you call a free show by Mother Nature. And I get to enjoy this during the full moon time, when it's not even full moon either. But look, there she is. And then look. Ah! Last time I got to experience something like this was when I was in Belize. I went to island in Key Cocker, took a boat out to the Caribbean Sea. Only difference is there I got to see a bunch of stars when the moon was going down and the sun was rising. Probably I reckon in like next 5 to maybe 15 minutes the sun rises and you get to see the sunrise, you know, creep up from this blanket of ocean. And that reminds me of the time when I summited Mount Fuji with my old man. Phenomenal, bro. Gosh, nothing but blessings after blessings. Let's go, let's go. Day one of tiger prawn season. What's behind me is the land, and now I'm out in the open water. So I thought it was going to leave at 8 in the morning, but we ended up leaving at 6 in the morning. So that was quite a surprise. It's been about 43 minutes since we set sail. Things are sinking in that I will not touch Earth for about 4 months. I do feel fine, which is like the cool part. So, well, yeah, let the adventure begin. It's 5 in the morning and we started at 6 p.m. yesterday. And I still have about 3 hours to go. This is day 2. Just finished my second shift out of 4 times 30 is 120. So I have 118 more shifts to go. My hands are really sore. I feel like I'm rock climbing for the first time. Again, I feel like I'm holding a knife for more than 12 hours a day for the first time again. I think because of my previous life experiences, it's really not that bad out here. I mean, the work is physical labor, of course. Right? You're getting wet. You may smell like fish. You live in a very close proximity with your other mates. But the beautiful part is my backyard is ocean. I'm out in the sea, and I never traveled the sea before in my life, so that's one, you know, that's like a 2 positive right there. And then 3, I get to see full moon like I did last night. I get to see sunset and sunrise during work, which is pretty epic. Oh yeah, when we catch prawns and bring the nets in, the dolphins come, and I'm literally seeing dolphins this close. It's wicked. So right now it's about 8 p.m. I have like 2 hours where I have to watch. There's a thing called a tri-year. What tri-year is it gives us a sample of how much prawns are available in the part of the Gulf that we are in. So it's basically surveying the canvas. So I have 2 hours before the first shoot. So during that time, what I usually do is I prepare boxes. This is a factory work, and you know, I mean, props to people who work in the factory, whether that's in China or in the United States or in Japan, because
I'm coming, bro.
man, like factory work, it's humbling to experience this for me. As much as I love blue-collar work, I really think it depends on what kind of factory you are working. I had a mate who used to work in a meat industry, and he didn't like it at all because there was a lot of blood and all that. But yeah. So with the tri-shot, what we do is, from the first tri-shot, the second tri-shot, the duration of time, let's say right now we're doing 25 minutes. In 25 minutes, we were able to get 50 prawns. So, which means it's about 2 prawns per minute, and that's pretty good. So that's how, you know, we get to make a, we get to forecast, or we get to predict how much there is in the area that we are currently around. So yeah, that's what a tri-shot is. I probably do about close to 6 to 8 tri-shots during my shift, because I'm on, you know, I'm the rookie here. I'm the newbie here. So yeah, right now the crewmates are taking a nap before we wench up, which is this little, this big sucker right here that pulls the huge net. That means that we're gonna wench up. So this is the tank where we drop 4 bags worth of prawns and any other fish we may catch. So once the prawns and the fish drops into the tank, it goes through this conveyor belt and we sort it out, all the prawns. And all the fish will go in here and then back to the ocean. So that's what happens once you sort all the prawns. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's fucking hard, dude. Yeah, it's just difficult as fuck. I really dove into the deep end. And I just try to motivate myself with what Muhammad Ali say, is that he started counting his push-ups when it hurts, because that's when the real growth happens. And it's a cliche, but it's cliche for a reason. But it fucking is hard as fuck. So right now, I'm in the cooler. After we finish the day, we have to put all the prawns in the freezer. It's about, I think, something like, yo, Teeter, yeah. How cold is it down here? How cold?
How cold?
Yeah.
How cold?
Yeah, like 20, what? 32?
Maybe, yes.
It's like, yeah, it's cold. It's cold. So, so basically, prawn box. And we gotta take it to the back. This is the beginning of the day. This is yesterday's stash that I'm putting away. Yeah, so 120 days, depending on the season, no days off. We average about 17 hours a day. The busiest day is about 18 to 19 hours. I'm pretty blessed if I can get 5 hours of sleep. But yeah, man, I'm just so thankful, you know, I'm just so thankful. I'm just blessed. And like, people that have a seat at my table, man, we winning. And you know, those haters and doubters, you know, good luck, take care. You know, just because I don't mess with you doesn't mean that I don't want you to be eating. I just don't want you to be eating on my table. I ain't got room for no bullshit. But anyways, nothing but blessings after blessings. Let's keep it going.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
This is my first time doing something like this. I never thought in my life I will be making a beautiful dish, freshly cut, out on the middle of nowhere on the boat.
Who can say why your heart sighs as your love flies? Only time. And who can say why your heart cries when your love lies? Only
So now I'm gonna try it. It doesn't get any fresher than this.
Who can say when
need a little bit more soy sauce.
And who can say when the day sleeps if the night keeps all your heart? Night keeps all your heart.
So I basically filleted it, made it into a sashimi, and I did orange zest and oranges as you saw it, and then a little bit of soy sauce on top. It's quite nice.
Who can say if your love grows as your heart charms only time? And who can say where the road goes, where the day flows only time? Who knows only time? Who knows only
There's always something to do. I mean, I have my low days, absolutely. I live a fulfilling life. It doesn't mean that I'm happy all the time. It doesn't. To be honest, like right now I'm tired. But I'm fulfilled, which makes it really cool. Today is the first day of the last 2 months of the season, which means that yesterday was the official day that first 2 months has ended. So now I'm on the second half of the tiger prawn season. Currently, right now, I'm in the room that I'm staying at. I'll show you guys how small it is. So that's the door, and that's my bed, a bunk. That's the mate's bed, and then, alright, so it's a pretty small room. My closet, but it's not as bad though as it looks. Back in Seattle in 2017, I used to live in a walk-in closet smaller than this for a year, so this is quite roomy compared to during my time. So as I'm sharing my experience, I want the viewers to understand that I don't share my traveling experience to show off or anything like that. Like I have no intention nor desire to do that. Like if I can, like I would like to give all that attention to whoever those viewers are, because to me that's a very quite a small mind way of thinking, and just keep that bullshit to yourself. But for those viewers who enjoy it, I would like you to know that Carpe Diem Tomo means, it translates to seize the day friend. That's what the whole brand is about, or the characteristics of what I stand for. And I do this because I truly believe that as a human race, we all have a duty in our lifetime. And for me, I just love to inspire people, and I try to walk the talk. And also, when it comes to my people or the people I haven't met yet, I enjoy celebrating their joy. Because it's great, man. It's great when you see people you love succeed. Rather than I through traveling, I have met a lot of people who are bitter towards other people's success or celebration. which I just don't understand why. But I think that's their own insecurity that they would like to project. So, oh yeah, sorry if I'm looking down constantly because due to sleep deprived, my brain doesn't have the full time to rest and recover. I actually wrote down the things that I want to share on this video. And yeah, so let's start at it. So the hardships, there are 3 hardships that I have encountered during my first 2 months of this part of my adventure in my travel life, living on the road. The most hardest one is my withdrawal from my nicotine cigarettes. Disgustingly cruel to me it was. Yes, the withdrawal it was just not that great. So a little backstory before I get into my withdrawal is that I started smoking to save money. I know it's quite stupid, like I get it, I totally do comprehend that. But when I was in Seattle as a uni student, when you can barely pay for textbooks or your rent, but you have this desire to materialize your dream, you do what you gotta do. Like for me, I love to eat, so it was a problem. So I started smoking to kill my appetite. And I mean, at least for me, I was willing to sacrifice certain things in my life to be able to live the life that I want to, which is freaking awesome. Like, I'm just thankful. But yes, so the withdrawals. So the first 3 weeks, definitely hard. Being a newbie in this whole experience, I was getting used to how things work. So because people are already under distress and tired, they would vent out on me, and I can take it. First 3 weeks, anywhere I start something new, I see the pattern already. So first 3 weeks, I just give the benefit of doubt. It's like a grace period for them. So a lot of nasty words were said, a lot of yelling towards me, and but although I can take it, because I was going through my withdrawal, it amplified that pain even more. Yeah, it like skyrocketed my pain, my tolerance towards it even more, and it was quite brutal. It was quite brutal. I was already under, I was extremely exhausted, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So the muscle ache, the symptoms of nicotine withdrawal, going cold turkey, is that muscle ache, fatigue. I was in agony. I remember one night I would just go to my room like moaning in pain. Loss in focus, hard to stay awake because like caffeine, nicotine is like a stimuli. So it was colossally difficult for me. So like during that time, around week 2, there was like a 4-day period where around 6 a.m. I will start falling asleep while I'm standing and working for about 40 minutes, and that was quite suffering for me. And so then while I was trying to fight myself to stay awake and sorting the prawns from the conveyor belt, because I was also losing focus, I reached out to grab a prawn, but it ended up being this fish that had spikes, like a needle. It went through my glove, and it started to paralyze my whole left arm all the way to my left chest. Yeah, like it hurt quite bad because after that shift was over, I sat down to decompress, and my heart will start thumping in such a bashful manner because of the poison from the fish. And it was a similar comparison to when I had malaria back in 2015, although that lasted for probably, when I got it, and then recovery was probably 2 to 3 weeks. When this poison lasted for about 3 hours. But yeah, like I definitely had to pay the price being a smoker for 10 years, smoking about a pack every 2-3 days, and it also differentiated throughout my stress level as well. Then after the initial phase, the withdrawal was over, the next was the dry heaving. That was very tough because my lungs wanted to like vomit, my stomach wanted to vomit, like but there was nothing coming out. And after the shift was over as well, when I tried to sleep, my nervous system will start twitching. So for a couple weeks I couldn't quite get a good sleep that I wanted to get. Yeah, just not a fun time at all, because it's not like I can go to a corner shop and get my fix, buy a cigarette, smoke. There's nothing out here. Either you bring it with you at the beginning of the season, or you order it a month in advance, and maybe you get it and maybe you don't. So yes. Then by week 4, week 6, that's when the dynamic of the coworker changed a lot, because at that point I start realizing that, okay, week 4 they're not changing their attitude towards me, and I'm starting to notice that we can be a lot more efficient. So the philosophy of Kaizen, which is so beautiful, it's a Japanese word. I start presenting different ways that we can improve. But because it's like, if things work, people don't like to change, but I think it's good to always evolve and bring in a different variable that can improve efficiency. So because our oldest person that's here is 65, and the youngest is myself at 28, our average age is 47. So they're already stuck in the ways that they're used to. But out here, sleeping is the currency, the time is currency. So they get more time than I do. So whether it's 5-10 minutes, that extra 5 minutes means a lot. And so I start implementing some stuff, because they weren't listening to me, so I just forcefully did it, because I'm not here to be friends. I'm not here to play family. I'm here on a business. Like, I got bills to pay. They ain't gonna pay for it. Like, I gotta pay for it. So it's like, we're here for business. It's all about efficiency. At least that's how I see in my professionalism. So then, about when week 5, week 6, there was a lot of bickering, nasty shots, words going flying back and forth, and I don't back down, because I gave y'all the grace period of talking shit to me, yelling at me, but I've been around. I always get bullied and get picked on, even in the kitchen. So I know how to stand up, and I don't back down after, I give them the benefit of doubt. So then by week 7, everything started to form its shape more, and we got more efficient. Because now, like, we don't even have to talk. Everybody knows what they have to do, and it's great. It's great. And today is October 1st, which is again, I said it's the beginning of the second half of the season, and also the day that I regret the most, because I can't say happy birthday to my mom, which really sucks. Because I don't have music out here. I don't regret about that, but I regret not saying happy birthday to my mom. So that really sucks. But anyways, so yeah, because now it's in the phase of the last 2 months. About week 5 and 6, I start implementing workout and meditation on top of my reading, because I do have to recalibrate myself before I go back to land. So during my watch, the tri-gear interval is usually from 20 to 60 minutes. So if I don't want to lift weights, I'm usually doing meditation anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And it's just part of my practice that I enjoy. Of course, that's only done after all the necessary duties are fulfilled. Yeah, I like things that puts me into an uncomfortable position, because you can't find growth in comfort. So I try to put myself in an environment where I don't fit, because that's an opportunity for me to level up. And I'm attracted to a certain level of abuse, because it's just my childhood, being in the kitchen. I'm not going to go into details of that, but and the kitchens that I want to work in the future are going to demand from me that I build to handle pressure a lot. So to me, this is like a stepping stone. It's a preparation, because when preparation meets opportunity, that's nice. That's class. That's class. So yeah, and it's also the cost of not following your heart is spending the rest of your life wishing you had. And for myself, like, if I die today, I have no regret. Like, this experience is like the greatest gift, because it's like a retreat and a rehab for me at the same time. And I'm leveling up, I'm progressing. So yeah, but I do feel overly exposed making this documentary, but I guess it wouldn't matter. In the 6 months time, everything will be different. So but one last thing that I wrote. So like, shout out to everyone making progress that no one recognized, because you never let anyone see your darkest moments. You've been silently battling, winning, and transforming yourself. Be proud of every little step you're making in the right direction. Keep going, because you got this. You got this. fuck around with. Cheers. This is what you call naughty. Never in my life I imagined that I will be able to do this for myself. Absolutely beautiful. And also, if you've been watching the documentary for this long, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your day to invest in watching my documentary. It means a lot. I do it for myself mostly. It's like a creative outlet, but I mean, you know, for the fact that people do take time to watch it, it's very touching, and thank you so much. I can't wait till, you know, I have the platform or the space to cook for people. I just can't wait. I'm just practicing right now. And life is good. God is great. Energy is good. The vibe is good. Keeping that vibe alive. This is probably the most rawest documentary I have ever made.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd